What's up, everybody? Good morning. Hope y'all can see me and hear me. Let me know you can in the chat. I put up a poll for you, and now you can see the answer to your question, Tom. The vulnerability is no one's vulnerable. This is our first hand of the day. For those of you just joining, Gavin was going to try to actually make it today. I think we knew he wasn't going to make it, but he gave it a shot. But I think he just had something going on that he wasn't going to be able to make it in time. So we're gonna go for four in a row on our side today, just on our solo run together. And here is our first hand, and the poll's been up for a little bit here, and almost all of you, 89% are doubling. And I think that is also the best choice here. It's a little bit unnerving when you're only 14 high card points. We have a little bit of an edge here knowing that this is a best hand tournament, so we're not going to get severely punished on our left with a better hand. Uh, and we have a preemptive value on our right. But this pass is just too timid in this spot, especially because of our club shortness, right? When we are short in the suit that the opponents are bidding and preempting, we just want to make sure we get in there to bid because partner's going to have a tougher decision in the balancing seat with, let's say they had like an 11 count, they decided to pass and they just have like three small clubs. That's going to be a tough sell for them if we don't take action here, to take action in the balancing seat. So when we're short, our partner is more likely to have some length here that it's going to make it more difficult for them to bid. Now, the other choice, which seemed like it might be a good one, was three diamonds. And if that was a major suit, I might just be very happy to bid that as a major. But when you have this 4-3 in the majors and then a five card minor on the outside, and all of the suits are the unbid suits, double is going to be your better choice. So we're going to start with that. So you guys made your bid before I did. And let's see where we end up. So now it just goes four clubs, all past us. And I want you to remember when we double, let's just click on this to make sure we're showing what we have, right? We've already shown 14 plus points and cards in the unbid suits. Partner passed originally, and now after four clubs has passed again, right? So we should be reasonably confident that we've done enough here. I think maybe some people might reopen double here, which we can mouse over it and see what it might be. Now that's on the 17 plus variety, which should make sense because we're kind of forcing the game without any information from our partner. And also remember here, if we bid, let's say we bid four diamonds, hey, I don't want to sell at four clubs. Now that's going to be that massive 18 plus or 17 plus with rebiddable diamonds, right? The power double in this case. So here, I'm going to make the decision that we're going to pass for this, and we're just going to make it our easiest opening lead of all time, the King of Diamonds. All right. You love having positions like this, and shocking that the preemptor, first of all, doesn't have the ace of their suit, but has the ace of our suit in diamonds. And take a look at that dummy. That's probably what you expect here. So let's do a little math for a second. We started with 14 high card points. The dummy has nine. All right, so that is 23 and declares a preemptor. So let's give them like nine here. Let's give them what their partner has, and they could have less, but they've already shown up with the ace of diamonds. So here nine and nine is 18. We have 14. That is 32. Partner's looking at about 8 points, so we can see why they might not have clipped off game after they bid four clubs to our left. So we're just gonna continue to play defense here. You wouldn't expect. Let's start counting points. So now that's seven high card points we've seen from East, and probably eight unless our partner has the Jack of clubs, which they could have here. Here I'm just gonna give count to my partner in spades. We can just play low. I would almost, yeah, exactly. I would almost guarantee partner has the Queen of Hearts here, and probably the other cards we're looking for over there. We're gonna see if we're cashing a diamond. Let's create a heart trick. Hopefully they're not shaking a spade here. That would be a disaster, but they wouldn't have ducked that either. And there we go. They just have a cross ruff here. So we have, I think, done as well as we can do. It says 42.9 or 42.8% here. Let's take a look at the result stream here. And I would guess we're tied with a bunch of people and there's some rogue result. And there it is. There's maybe these are the three diamond bidders, folks. There it is. So if you clip off three diamonds, which I agree with all of the audience here, uh, three diamonds is maybe going to get you a good result on this board, but it's just going to get you a bad result in the future, especially when you're missing a major suit fit in hearts or spades, right? Which is very much a possibility on this. In fact, we do have a spade fit on this particular hand. So these are the two three diamond bidders, and then what happened here? There they went down, and here, there's the power double. So yeah, if you try the power double, if you double and then bid four diamonds, the robot's going to say, "Whoa, that's a good hand. I have a good hand. Let's dance," right? And in fact, you have no shot, right? So here, the lesson learned. Unfortunately, probably lesson not learned because you crushed this board score wise, but I'm happy with our run there, and that's. I talked about this yesterday in a live class. When you're playing duplicate bridge, you should not mind this result at all, right? You like being in the pack with the rest of the field, right? Especially when you've made a reasonably good choice of bids. I don't think North has enough to really act there. Someone's saying maybe a responsive double because look at their club holding, guys. That's a seven count, maybe eight, but the Queen X's clubs is just gross, right? So, and especially because partner probably has shortness based on the knowledge that when it goes three clubs, double four clubs, and you're looking at the north hand, you expect partner to have a stiff club pretty often, right? Because they're furthering the preempt there. So here, it's just not good enough, in my opinion. But whatever. If you want to be aggressive, go for it. Is that 18? Yeah, it looks like 18 here. Too good for one no trump, and not quite good enough to stretch to open two no. So we will just open one diamond here. Yeah, North was a past hand, exact, but still, I mean, I mean, if you're taking that liberty at the four level, and you might get lucky on that one, but yeah, I think it's not quite good enough, especially with that worthless club holding. Uh, One diamond, pass, one spade. So this is one of the most common mistakes I see with people at the bridge table. You make a plan and you get different information. So what I mean by this is I see this all the time. When we're sitting as a south player, we say, okay, I'm going to open one diamond, I'm going to rebid two no, right? And you're okay, I'm going to show 18-19 balance. This is what Rob told me in that class I took from him years ago. One diamond, boom, two no, 18-19. But you forget that sometimes partner bids a major that you have a fit in. So this is the equivalent of one diamond, one no, two no, or one diamond, one heart, two no. You just jump to game. Here, because we have 18 high card points and a doubleton, we have a full game going bid, 19 to 22, as you can see in the upper right corner there. But if I had just like an 18 and it was balanced, I could just choose to bid three spades. Here, we're going to bid four. And thank you. So the other question I get so often is, well, what the heck, man? You're jumping to four spades. Isn't that the weak hand? And it is not by opener. So when the opener starts by opening one diamond and then jumps to four spades as they've seen a response of six plus, it's essentially, look, partner, I can play game opposite only 6 points from you. So now when partner has a good hand, which I would guess in this case, you would assume this is like 13 plus. Let's see. Yeah, there it is. They continue, right? They'll bid a slam. You've shown your hand very nicely. Now let's reverse this. If we open one spade and our partner bids four spades, that's weak, right? That is a bad hand. Lots of trump, right? 10 cards, and that is the closeout bid. Okay, so this is not the closeout bid. In fact, far from it. It's a beautiful hand. So this is key card, and my goodness, we have four of them. So this is weird. I think most of you are playing 1430 key card. And remember, the key cards are the four aces and the king of our agreed upon trump suit. We have four of them: the ace and king of spades, the ace of hearts, and the ace of diamonds. Not shocking to partner because we did show 19 plus points. This though usually would be five clubs for most of you. This is five diamonds for the robot. They flip flop the first two responses. So their responses to key card Blackwood are five clubs is zero or three. Five diamonds is one or four, and then five hearts and five spades are always the same. Two without the queen for hearts, two with the queen for spades. And here we go. We have four key cards, and they just kick it in. Let's hope it's right. Getting to play slam in the Wednesday morning tournament. Yeah. Going for four in a row, too, folks. This is a rarefied air for even when Gavin and I are together. So we bought a nice opening lead here, and we're going to have some opportunity. Let's take a peek. Well, let's play this trick first. I'm just going to duck this. Notice I don't need to play the nine. All the cards are the same. The six, the seven, the eight, the nine. We're going to play low, and we're going to hope this isn't going to get roughed on the way back. Interesting. I mean, I wouldn't think they would be leading away from the queen against the slam, but also, is it a singleton? We're just down. Uh, what do we gain by pitching from dummy? Nothing really here. Let's just hop king. All right, so the rest of this hand is kind of going to be about dealing with the diamond suit and roughing those clubs over there. In fact, we can rough one right now if we want. All right, let's do that. We'll rough that high. Oh, well, we'll only have to rough one. That's beautiful. Unfortunately, like it's nice to set up the jack of clubs in that north hand, but the pitch, meaning the discard we're going to take from dummy, is worthless, right? So here we're just going to figure out what's doing in diamonds. Let's draw some trump. We started with nine of them. There's 10 and 11. There is 12. And here comes 13. So we're going to mess with hearts real quick just to get a little bit of a read on our situation. Now, if the king of hearts falls, we just have a claim. So we'll give that a chance. Didn't happen. Okay. So now we're stuck with our diamond play. I don't know. I'm going to give you guys a poll. Are you ready? Who do we play for the queen of diamonds? I will go either way you want. Make your play. I will tell you that it looks like hearts were. Let's just take a look at that last trick. Hearts were, dividing as evenly as we know. Well, they showed up with two of them. Uh, let's see. Who has the queen? Find the queen. Is it west? Is it east? And then we'll take the finesse in that direction, right? So we've given ourselves every chance, and that's what that heart rough was. In the rare, I mean, we could have taken a heart finesse instead of a diamond finesse for this pitch as well. But here, roughing it out is a no risk thing. And is it going to drop frequently? No, but the rare time it does, now you have an easy pitch, and it didn't cost us anything to do this. And yeah, Daniel, it's like a coin flip, right? Oh, I can't. Yeah, Reggie, that's a really good one. I could have maybe done that earlier. And what you're saying is Jack of Diamonds, see if they rough it. I can't get to dummy though. I mean, I have to waste the Ace of Diamonds to get the dummy. Mm, John, that's a good point. John says quite correctly that when West has only one spade, they have more room for diamonds, so that is a pretty good sign as well. I don't mind that at all. Well, I mean, we could also play the Jack of Clubs first. You want to do that? Let's see what's doing here. Ooh, now they were short clubs and spades, right? And now they're pitching diamonds. I'm with John now. I think West now. What do you guys think? I could have done this earlier. I should have probably done that. So most of you are on the East train here. Most of you are on the East train, but I I think we're gonna take that. There it is. Yeah, we did it right. John, good job, buddy. That was a very nice drop in. Jumping trains, exactly. I mean, we're surfing on the trains, and we have now surfed our way to a making slam. Oh, a tasty 100. Well done, John. Thank you very much for the well placed advice and well timed. That's a lot of cheddar right there. Let's not look at four clubs. Let's look at six spades here. There it is. 100%. And it was what the heck? Oh, so yeah, the people that bid it went down. Probably just misguessing diamonds. And some people, oh, they only bid three spades, folks. Check it out. Wow. I can't believe that. So, folks, this is 19 points, and partner has six. Right? I'm shocked that so many people chose just through. Well, that was weird. One no trump, two hearts. Yeah, that's odd. That's not going to get you there. But here, yeah, here's the correct bid at each table, and let's see, club. There it was, and then they probably just guessed diamonds wrong. There it was. Wow. Luckily, we had some good audience members on our side today. Ooh, well, well, I'm gonna ask the question just in the chat. Um, would you open this hand? Do you want to open this hand? And I'm gonna just give you a normal rule. In fact, this has, yeah, Tom, this is one rule, the rule of 20. Um, and that goes as follows. You take the total number of cards in your two longest suits, and you add that to your total high card points. So here it would be 9 in diamonds and clubs, and then 11 in high card points. However, Amy brings up the other one, and Tom as well. Anytime, any shape in the world, anytime you're dealt ace king in one suit and ace in another, ace king ace, and not ace king ace, ace king in one suit, ace in a side suit, and that's it. You open 100% of the time. Put it in your books, folks. Any of you that said no, get on the train of opening. This is way too good for two diamonds, Mark. So this is not a preemptive hand. This is too strong. In fact, way too much defense. Also, you have what's called three quick tricks. So anytime, even if I make this flat, 4-3-3-3, if I have ace, king, ace, I'm in. I'm opening, right? So make this yeah, jump on this train right away. This is always the case. But on top of that, the rule of 20 is just excellent. It is total number of cards in your two longest suits plus high card points. It's a really good way to just build in aggressive openings when you have shape. And yesterday I talked a lot about preempting. In a way, this becomes preemptive action, right? Because when you're bidding in front of your opponents, it is simply harder for them to deal with in the long run, right? So when you're bidding and they're bidding, it's a harder auction always, especially if you clip off a situation where your bid produces a good raise from partner, especially if it's a preemptive raise. Now you're really getting in their way and the wrenches are flying, right? And that's what you want. You want to be tough opponents. So here, I hope the rest of the field is passing because we love opening one diamond here. And again, somebody mentioned as well, we have such a nice easy rebid if it gets back to us. Here, we're not going to do anything. It went a diamond, a spade, overcall, one no trump, and now they're bidding a new suit to our right. It's the opponent's hand this time, and we're very happy to just take a little side step away. And now we're on lead. Guess what? I would always lead the ace of diamonds, but because the robots like to play king from ace king, I'm going to fly with that one here. So we're going to lead the king of diamonds. Anytime you're dealt this combo, folks, it's the gift of the opening lead bridge gods, right? You just love having ace king combos to lead to. This is an interesting hand. We should expect East to be reasonably strong here as far as their two heart bid, right? So they should have, you would guess, well, what would we have? We had 11, so actually this is super easy. We had 11, the dummy had only 8. Interesting. So we kind of know what's happening. Can you guys figure it out? How many points does East have? How many points does our partner have? So there's 8 in dummy. We started with 11. And remember, it's a best hand tournament. So what's going on here? 8 points in dummy. We have 11. No one can have more than 11. All right. So it's pretty much 11 plus 8 is 19. There's 21 points left. It's 10 and 11, right? Pretty much that's all it could be, right? Partner might have 11, but more likely 10 because they bid one no, not two no. All right. So yeah, partner probably 10, East probably exactly 11 with us, right? So that's a beautiful piece of information. But also, East, I would guess, is relatively short spades, right? Because, and this might be bad for us. I'm going to come through a spade here. There we go. And now Dummy's probably going to be dead at some point relatively soon. Let's see if we can sneak a club trick in. There we go. Wow, that's an embarrassment of riches now. Okay. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to the broadcast. You're late. Just kidding. And again, folks, Gavin, one more week on the shelf. He tried. He actually did make a good effort to make it today, but unfortunately was not able to. Here, I mean, I guess if they just had 3 diamonds, this was happening anyway. We're trying to exit, hoping they do not have a trick. Oh, no, they didn't have the diamonds, so they just have whatever's left, which is all hearts. Ooh, look at that, folks. Did we do anything amazing there? I didn't feel like we did, right? Did we really do anything amazing? I don't think so. We got 82.1% for our effort, though. I guess people bidding. Here's some bidders. No, well, they just. Oh, there's a passer. Interesting. They pass and East opens 3 hearts. That's a cool robot bid right there. Take a look. That's a balancing seat preempt, right? So they had a good hand. Here it is. There's your pass. Here are the people that open the bidding. Just get to defend two hearts. And I guess just holding it to two was pretty good for us. We just got our tricks. Somebody went for a number. That happens. Don't worry. I've been there. In fact, I have a great story. The team that I'm going to Denmark with, the sponsor of the team is a good friend of mine from way back in the day, and I played bridge with him. He graciously agreed to play bridge with me one evening in New York. And luckily we did it again after this, but I made the worst Michael's Q bid ever. And he had to play like three of a minor, doubled minus 1100, opposite like no game swing. So I'm amazed that he still talks to me, number one. But if you go for a number, don't worry, it happens to the best of us and the worst of us. Make your opening bid, folks. In fact, I'm going to give you guys a poll on this one. I'm curious. This will not be a binder here. Let's make your bid. And I'm just going to give you one no Trump and one D. And I'm going to take a sip of coffee. So I'm staying at an Airbnb out in Long Island. I work out here in the summer hours, in the summer months. And I went to Dunkin' Donuts this morning to get a coffee, to fuel up before. And you see, I'm drinking coffee still because I got back to my apartment and I got out of my car and just immediately jettisoned the entire iced coffee all over the driveway. So I had to get a refill, and the and luckily I'm fueled up enough to conduct this. So it's interesting. It's like 60-40, one no and one diamond. And I'm gonna clip off the poll now. God, there's a lot of people watching. I love it. Welcome everybody. This is awesome. This is just too good for one no, and here's why. Think of the range of one no Trump. It's very tight, 15 to 17 balanced. I would, even though the diamond suit isn't super stellar, I think it's just slightly too good to open one no Trump because I would equate this as 18. Now, in this tournament, I think, and especially because you guys are like 60-39, 60-40 here, I think a lot of people will open one no Trump. So we're opening ourselves up to a little bit of variance here. And this could go well or it could go poorly, but I'm just in the mode of good bids, right? So here, when you have 17 high card points and a 5 card suit, it's just worth too much to open one no Trump, right? It's too heavy on the high side. So I'm not going to treat this as a non no Trump hand. I'm simply going to show 18-19 balanced, and there we go. And now, I mean, what we hope here is that partner has a marginal hand, and we're making, right? If they have, and here it is, that my gosh, they probably have a pass of 2 no, to be honest. Look at this hand. I would pass 2 no with that hand. Look at the north hand, folks. You have 6 high card points and you're 4 triple 3. Mm-mm. No, thank you. No, thank you. But I've seen worse contracts. We're worried about clubs, and we're going to try to protect ourselves there in one way. Here, it's a robot tournament, so I expect. In a normal circumstance, I would always expect the queen to be west because they chose a 4th best lead here, unless they let from like the 10. But because of its Robotville here, it is likely to be the queen offside, and there it is. I fear a club switch so terribly that I'm not going to allow that to happen, at least right yet. I'm going to play a diamond to the queen. And that was what I was hoping for. Now, at least if it's bad, it's to our left. Let's hope the jack was onside, though. It was not. Don't lead a club. Okay. Now, you might think of ducking this one, but again, it might go ace of clubs club. I'm just hoping hearts are breaking, or the diamond is just in the hand that doesn't have the long hearts. Sometimes they'll lead shortness heart, or sometimes they just have a 3rd heart, and so do they over there. Okay, okay, we got some spice here. Now we need, no, we can't make it, so I guess. I was just going to say that they have a club trick, and they're going to take it. Yeah, that's too bad. Whoa, okay. Well, that usually means that's not necessarily good either, but we're going to play diamonds, diamonds. There goes a club. There goes the 10 of clubs. There goes the deuce. Still not enough clubs pitched, so we're going to play ace of spades, and maybe we got lucky in the spade suit. Cross your fingers, folks. Is the queen happening? It is not. No. Too bad. And that's the problem of not opening one no Trump. So I would still do this, folks. I'm okay with the bad result here, just for making a good bid, in my opinion. I think I'm just too heavy for this, and I want to teach you reasonably good habits for the long run. What I mean by that is, anytime you have a reasonable five card suit and 17, I just wouldn't open one no trump, right? I would think it's too strong. That being said, when partner rebids to no trump, it's not a forcing bid, folks. So when you're looking at that north hand, feel free to let it go. I think maybe they fell in love with their intermediate cards, their tens and nines. But here it was just kind of brutal at this point. Yeah, if we find the Jack of Diamonds, I think you're right. We have a shot, Daniel. My real problem with that play on this hand was Diamond to the 10, Jack club, and now we're down like four sometimes. Luckily for us on this hand, the clubs were behaving, and they honestly they got off to a pretty good lead as well. The heart lead ended up being quite good. But yeah, agreed. I think the North Hand should be passing to now. But again, I still don't mind this bid, right? In fact, let's look at the other results. And there you go. They're all the one no Trump openers, and they're making one person made 10 tricks, but the rest are just making two, just like we did. Unfortunately, we took it to the 3-0 level. All right. Let's get back to it. And okay, so this is in fact 18 for real. So we're definitely never downgrading. And this is a good example of we always open diamonds when we're 4-4. At least that's my strategy in these situations, just so we are more likely to have this. This is a very carbon copy auction here. Ooh, a little new minor forcing. We do not have anything to say other than three no. We don't have three spades. We don't have four hearts. Either one of those we would have shown if we had, right? So in that case, partners likely should. They don't have to have four hearts, by the way. They could just have five spades. Here, they were just trying to find a major suit fit, and we would have certainly told them if we had three spades or four hearts. Interesting. They let a club. We will play low and make it look like we have just like ace king or something here. And let's take a moment. Let's count our winners. What are we looking at here, folks? How many winners do we have? It's not amazing, but it's not terrible. And yeah, we're getting to that line, double dummy. I agree. I think that's going to be the way we start with this one as well. Because notice, folks, yeah, we have seven winners exactly. Four clubs, one diamond for five, and two spades for seven. Notice the dummy is basically dead. We don't have any entries. The 10 of clubs is technically a winner, but we have solid clubs in our hand. No bueno, right? So here, the only way we're going to get extra spade tricks is if we give up a spade now. And we will gain whenever spades are 3-3. Okay, and also I don't mind if the opponents are gonna like to maybe make a switch for us, right? Maybe they want to make a heart switch, maybe they want to make a diamond switch. I'm okay with that going on, folks, right? So here, I'm just gonna pop this 10 of spades on the table and I'm gonna get on the right screen here. I don't. I'm on like my other screen for. Oh wait, don't play the ace there. Play low. So all we're doing. This is. I think maybe you used to call this a safety play or something. This is essentially just we're waiting to see if we can develop tricks over there, and if spades are 3-3, we're going to be in business. And then we're going to find out right now. We're going to throw a diamond here. Okay. Now, before we do anything else, it's a very good idea to count your winners again. Right. Make sure you have what you think you have. And apologies in the upper right hand corner. I feel like I've clipped off the 3-0 on the right there. Sorry, but you can see we've taken four tricks so far. What do we have left to take? I see two clubs. That's six. The ace of diamonds for seven. Two spades for nine. And then maybe we'll make some hay in some of these other suits. I'm gonna pitch that. I'm gonna play this. I'm gonna pitch another diamond. Now the question is, should I play a heart? And I think the answer is yeah, sure, why not? I'm gonna play a low heart. Worst case is I lose the ace, the queen, and the jack, and that's nine tricks, folks. So here, let's go for broke. All right, did not work. No, it didn't. We could have played anything here, and it just would have resulted in the same ace, queen, jack onside. So that's well, luckily that was happening there. Let's see. How'd we do? All right, good. So we get 82.1 for this one for the normal 3-0 auction. Let's take a peek. Puts us up to tied for second, which we like. And here we go. There it is. No, one person made four. How'd they do it? They opened one. No, man. But they did get the same lead. So let's see. They played ace. So yeah, I thought about this before playing a spade, stripping clubs, because now they have to do this. Yeah, that's not bad. I like it. Good job. I can't. My screen is way too small to see who that person is, but yeah, yeah. Small to the nine. Yeah, sure. Double dummy, because maybe if we play small heart to the nine, they go queen ace heart, something like that. Or anytime it goes queen ace, we're super happy. But again, I mean, I was just kind of playing for ace of hearts to be on side and a lucky guess for an extra trick. But as you see, 82.1, we'll take that and we'll stay in the mix. We have three boards left for four in a row, but we're in second place, so we need a little bit of magic here. That is a normal 16, if I'm counting correctly. Look at that, four queens. Nice. There we go. It's a poker hand here. One no trump. Sounds about right. There's our transfer, normal two spades, and where are we dancing to? Oh, it doubled, and then it goes three. Interesting. I mean, is double penalty for us here? Do we want a double? I don't think so. I think we can just play defense here. We don't need to bid three spades. We know we have a spade fit, and I suppose partner rates to be short in clubs. But we could just be smacking this around because they're vulnerable, right? If we double, I guess if we double, partner will pull with their worst thing. I think the robot's good at that. Like if they know we're in a bad doubled contract, I think they'll trend toward pulling, even though it doesn't say it's. I'm gonna give you guys a chance here. I don't know what to do. I'm gonna say double, pass, and I tell you what, I'll add in three spades just for complete sake. So make your choice, folks. I'm curious. Oh, Grayson, pulling is so if double is construed as penalty, which I think it might be here, and I'll just mouse over. Yeah, it looks like it's penalty-ish in this situation. Um, from my experience with the robots is when I've made a penalty double and they they realize it's bad, they pull, meaning they'll take the penalty double out and bid something. Um, Yeah, okay. Kirsten says my experience is they never take double for penalty. That's fair. They take a lot of these as takeouts, but it doesn't say takeout and it doesn't say we have clubs. So it's curious. I don't know. Yeah, double dummy. I agree. In real life, if you have a reasonable partner and they're super short clubs, you probably expect them to balance when it's your hand. I agree. And I'm gonna do what you guys want to do essentially. We're not gonna really do too much outside of the box on this hand because it's interesting. I would guess. I mean, this is a totally normal auction, right? So I would guess everybody is experiencing the same thing, and that's exactly what I thought. Look at this poll, guys. Great stuff. So 39% of you are passing. A little less are bidding three spades, and there's about 25% double. So I think yeah, Sasha pass is winning, but can't be right. I think it could be right. Honestly, I think it could be right for a lot of reasons that people are popping into the chat. Maybe what North just pops in there with a balancing bid when they have the stiff club. And honestly, maybe this is just one of those weird spots where partners just totally broke and the opponent, our left-hand opponent especially, has a good hand. So here, let's float. That's what the audience says. That's what we're going with. And there we go. Now we're defending. Now the question is, what do we lead? I think a trump is pretty stellar in this situation. Even though we're leading away from the queen, I expect shortness to be in dummy. So getting out of here with some sort of, oh, wow, that was pretty awesome. It went 10 king. We like you. This looks bad for us. That's a lot of good heart tricks in the dummy, possibly. Everything's working for them here, so I'm just going to play spade, spade, lock them in the dummy, and see what they want to do from this point. It looks like my partner has a jack of clubs. They did have an entry. Hmm. right, so we're going to take a couple of clubs, but I don't know if we're going to get a ton more. Just going to try to tap out declare. They certainly have quite a few cards to deal with there. And we'll trump that. And are we getting the last trick or not? We are. And folks, that's why you're the best audience in the business. You have gotten us to clear second place and 82.1% on this hand. So very nicely done. We literally could not do better other than that one top score, which is 4 clubs down 2 because they bid 3 hearts. Wow, what's up with that? If you're gonna do anything, bid 3 spades, right? What's going on? So I mean, I hope that person's not winning. Pook stink. Okay. That would be an interesting name to see on top of the leaderboard. I don't know, but we're going to try to make sure we're on top. We are 2 boards away from that, and yeah, you were right. They did have a diamond fit exactly. So let's just take a look at their decisions here. I mean, East is just certainly going to just choose one of those minor suits. They chose incorrectly, unfortunately for them. And here they have a chance? Maybe if we well, let's see. Did anyone choose to rip it? Um, doesn't look like it unless this is the rip. Oh, there. Yeah, but no. Yes, there it is. Oh my gosh. So they double. Partner pulls. Partner would have pulled the 3 spades, and then 4 clubs. Double. Partner pulls the 4 spades. No. Oh, so here we probably would have escaped because we would not have doubled 4 clubs for fear of that maybe. But if we did, we were in for a rude awakening. So nice sidestep, audience. Well done. Wow, this is 14. So I'll tell you, I love nothing more. Well, sorry, I love a lot more but than this. But when I'm playing bridge online, I love opening any sort of reasonable 14 when no trump with the robot. This, folks, is not a reasonable 14. This is a flat 14 grossness. We open 1 club and oh, wow, even better. Oh, amazing. We're going to get to play 1 club on this end. Thank you. All right, partner has just a disaster over there. So our job, and notice this is exactly what's happening at every single table, okay? This is the contract. Did we do anything weird? No. Is this a great contract? Of course not. But this is the same contract that everybody will be facing. So our job is just to do as well as we can in this spot. Let's hope that ace of clubs come out. Yeah, that's it. I don't mind steering this towards a little no trump bent as long as spades aren't going to be a super disaster for us. Let's pitch that. That's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's really weird to maybe draw Trump here. That's just the good thing is we're set. We're just not roughing anything in our hand, so I'm not terribly upset about this at all. Let's just hope they're 4-4-4-1. Let's draw every piece of Trump. They weren't. All right, so now they're going to have a bit of control here, and they may take advantage of this. Let's hope that's ace king though. That could be nice. Okay, we'll duck that sucker. We don't mind lefty on lead. That's what we want, all right? And here comes our spade trick. Let's get that. Spades look like they weren't behaving either. Wow, they have spade tricks to our left. Okay, it's time to get out. But I don't want to cash that ace of diamonds yet, just in case we do get a heart trick also. Let's go. Let's go. Let's get over to that queen of hearts. Is it cashing? Probably not. No, there you go. I just have spades over there. And a good diamond. I mean, 46.4 average. Let's see, where did we go from here? Still second place. So no one leapfrogged us, but we didn't leapfrog anyone. And down 2 was the winner. And let's see. I haven't really been paying attention to our marks, but let's just give me a second here. Let's see what they did. So it went club. I'm sure they did not draw Trump. Yeah, they just played a low heart, and then they tapped out East with hearts. Yeah, that's not a bad line either, folks. We got a little unlucky. I think if clubs broke evenly, we were in the game for a better score. And on that hand, without any sort of roughing value in either hand, maybe you got lucky there. Unfortunately, we didn't. We need a lucky one here, though. And look at our hand. Oh man, we're in 4th seat with this. I feel like opening 4 hearts, but I want to just sit with you guys for a second and think about this. Yeah, well, that actually, yeah, we can look at that. You see why East didn't bid. Honestly, I probably wouldn't either if I were sitting there. They're vulnerable. Everyone's vulnerable, and they have this hand. They can't double for penalty. They certainly don't want to bid no Trump or anything here. This is a time where East is just saying, well, they're vulnerable. We're probably getting plus 200 or more. Let's dance, right? And they get what they came for on that one. So yeah, that's a good pass by the robot in my opinion. Uh, I like four hearts here. Yeah, well, I mean, it's also fourth chair, and partner, we have 15. Partner's not completely broke, right? Partner has something, and all we really need is like a trick here. So I'm just gonna hop the four hearts and hope we buy the contract and win the board. I can't imagine this being like yeah, okay, good. So we'll see what's gonna happen. We're just gonna duck, duck, and we're gonna try to rough a spade, and we need to. In fact, let's do that. So now I'm gonna run the dummy with that heart. I'm going to try to rough a spade high. Oh, it's winner, winner, chicken dinner. And hearts are breaking. Oh, we love it. Let's really go for it. Let's pitch that diamond. And let's do that maybe. Actually, whatever. What am I doing? We just have a claim, guys. All right. Fingers crossed. Oh, we got 100. Is it enough for four in a row? Is it enough? Four in a row? Four? Four? No, it's not enough. Whoa, Mark Mui. Whoa, so tight. We needed 100 just to get that close to first place. Wow. I mean, I don't know. I don't mind losing on that note, folks. That was a good pull. We did the best we could for four in a row, and this hand was really kind of laid out perfectly for us here. They didn't cash their club. Spades were 3-3, and they got off to that choice of leads. So what a win for us on this one, but not enough. 68.75. We needed 0.454 at some point, and honestly, the worst thing is board number four. I could have just done badly by opening one no Trump and won. Like, or honestly, board seven, if I don't draw Trump, everything we can point to is possible. Right? Any little slice of goodness would have done well for us. But I'm guessing our opponent who won was probably pretty stellar on this board. Wow, we took way more than everybody. So yeah, there was a four heart opener there. And here, I bet you there's our guy's going to be one of these people. No, real wow. We really had the dream scenario. We just didn't quite get there. Well, thanks a lot, folks. And again, Gavin is sorry you couldn't make it today, but I think if memory serves correctly, we'll be back at full force. But we've had one of the better runs I've had in a long time, almost four in a row, and really digging in at the very end for almost there. But thanks a lot for joining, folks. Have a great week out there at the bridge tables. Hope your summer's going really well. And I will see you all next week, hopefully with my partner in crime, as usual. Thanks so much, folks, and we'll see you next time. Take care.